Peace. Prince Ash here, back again with another vlog. The OG lights are back. Yeah, place is looking nice. So, intro. First of all, we're at 485, I think, subs. So, if you're new, please subscribe because I'm trying to get to 500 ASAP. There's like an alarm going off in the background. I'm gonna fix that after. Yeah, this is rambling on. I talk about my life, share a bit about my experience, my life experience, and a bit about the music as well, how that ties into my story. So, I'm a rapper from the west of Ireland, and I make emo trap music, and I have an album coming out this Sunday. The Presave link will be in the description and the comments, so you can pre-save the album and get on it because it's a dope album. It's worth listening to. There is even a bit of gangster rap, G-funk type shit in there, Irish G-funk, which is funny. So definitely worth a listen. Yeah, so let's get into it. I haven't had an episode for probably 2 or 3 weeks now, which is kind of a rarity considering the frequency of them in the past 4 years, and when I say an episode, I mean I start hearing voices and I have panic attacks and shit like that, and I'm getting more and more comfortable in myself to be able to do that. That fucking alarm there's nothing I can do about it right now. Yeah. But you know what? Let's get into something else. Someone told me to listen to Meadows by Juice WRLD. It's unreleased. I had never heard it before. I thought I'd heard most of his discography, even unreleased music, but I'd never heard this one. And it was like a 9-minute studio session to this fucking really ambient, melancholic guitar beat. And you can tell he's just freestyling like off the dome like for 9 minutes, and yeah, it's sick. So the person that told me to listen to that, big up, because I really enjoyed that, and I threw it in some of my playlists, so I'll be listening to more of that. And if you have any more fucking recommendations, drop them in the comments, because I love Juice WRLD, I love Lil Peep, I love XXXTentacion. Yeah. So, big inspirations in my music, and I'm a long time fan of these rappers. They shaped the music I make today. Like, they made me feel like I had a place in the game, like, where I could talk about my feelings and my experience and what's going on with me, and a bit about my life and stuff. And it's nearly like I feel empowered when I listen to their music. Maybe I do. That's what comes to my head right now, is I feel empowered when I listen, because I'm like, yeah, it's okay to talk about these things, and I can talk about these things, and I will. Yeah, spoke a bit about Lil Peep in the last video as well, and yeah, I think I said everything I have to say about him, but like, yeah, just on the topic of music being powerful, he has a lot of work that's thought-provoking to me, like, and it's coming up, we're like 9 days away from my dad's birthday, and I think he would be 55 or 56 if he were still alive. He passed away from pancreatic cancer in 2011, aged 45. Sorry, he'd be 60 or 61. buddy. Oh, I'm so bad at maths, it's not even funny. But I think so. Someone do the maths for me, please, and drop it in the comments. Oh, it's awful, but yeah. Yeah, like, my dad was my rock in my life up to the age of 12 when he passed away. Like, he was everything to me. He was my hero. He was my teacher, my guide in life. I'm not saying I didn't get any of that from my mother. My mother was all of, and is all of those things in my life today, like, but the relationship I had with my dad was special, like, and to lose that relationship in such tragic circumstances is heartbreaking, like, and it was really uh challenging to deal with in my life, and I didn't deal with it very well for a long time, and I didn't speak about it for a long time either. It was too painful to approach the subject, and now I'm able to talk about it, and I'm really grateful that I can talk about it, you know. Um that fucking alarm is ridiculous, man. I started the video now, so I have to fucking continue. Uh Once again, if you're new, please subscribe. Trying to hit 500. Trying to monetize the channel, grow, pay some bills, see where we can go from here, you know. But yeah, I'll probably get a Juice WRLD and a Lil Peep tattoo at some point. But the reason I have this here as opposed to Juice and Peep, obviously this XXX had this tattooed on his forehead and he had that on his nose. So yeah, that's a tribute to him. Um, it's not that I like X the most. I love all their music equally, but I feel like I heard one of X's albums was called Question Mark. I heard it at such a pivotal time, and it was such a spiritual experience, and it was so monumental to me that it opened my eyes musically, and it made me really start dreaming about what I'm capable of and realizing the potential I have in terms of music and even as a person. And yeah, it really opened my mind. Um, so I got a tribute to X for that, and also, to be honest, like, you know, I fell into addiction and I did a lot of bad shit that I feel really guilty about, and this is really a symbol for change, like, because X was trying to change. He had a bad history, a bad past, and you know what? People still love him. People know he's bigger than the bullshit that happened in the past, and still love his music and his work, and still love him as a person, and still are inspired by him. And that's how I feel, and that's how I'd like to be seen and appreciated and respected in the same manner, like, you know, because yeah, I have a history too, and I'm fucking trying to get on with it, and I know I've changed. That I know 100%. I've changed as a person. The person I am today doesn't reflect the shit I did in the past, because first of all, I didn't know any better. I did not know any better. I did not know how to get better. And there's so many other different factors that go into it. But today I'm taking responsibility, and I'm getting on with my life as best I can. It's challenging, but as long as I stay sober, everything's going to work out for me, you know? And as long as I stay sober, I'm not in fucking trouble, you know? Yeah, so glad to have the OG lights back. They arrived today. The other one, fucking, it's a little like sphere that lights up with the aurora borealis, and I lost the remote to the other one. I don't know, it's probably somewhere in the room, but I can't find it, so I got another one. It was like $5. Fucking does the job. It's good. Anyway, links to everything's in the description. PayPal's in the description if you want to make a donation. Cheers, big up. Check the comments and description. Peace, Prince Ash.